Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you've joined us and you're waiting for our live stream to start, Train Simwell 2's Choo Choo Tuesdays, our 33rd episode. It will be on the air in 4 minutes from now at our 9:15 p.m. Sydney, Australia time slot, 12:15 p.m. UK, 1:15 p.m. Germany, and 7:15 a.m. in Boston, New York, USA time zone, and 4:15 a.m. on the west coast of the United States time zone. We'll be on the air very shortly for the start of Choo Choo Tuesdays, episode 33. Ooh, I do apologize. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, locomotive enthusiasts around the world, and welcome to GFYS Gaming Australia, where action is pleasure, simulation is key. You're with the Godfather, and welcome to our live streaming Tuesday Train Sim World 2 action, coming to you from our studio in Sydney, Australia. I am the Godfather of the rails, the Don, the head of the table, ladies and gentlemen, the leader of Train Sim World 2 era. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the YouTube channel that brings to you DLCs before anybody else in the whole entire world. GFYS Gaming Australia. I am the Godfather of the rails, and welcome to our Tuesday Train Sim World 2 show known as Choo Choo Tuesdays. It is our 33rd episode this week, and we're coming to you from our studio in Sydney, Australia. G'day to you all. If you're new to our YouTube channel, welcome aboard. If you're a returning customer, welcome back to the station. Subscribe to us today. Join our over 1.1k subscriber base that continues to grow every single week. Here on our YouTube channel, we bring you regular live streaming action and uploaded videos of simulation and other great games as well. Pardon me, I am burping at the moment. We have games from PlayStation 4, 5, and we have PC gaming. We're playing on the PC version. It is still working like a baby's bottom. Beautiful. As I've now worked out the kinks. So anyway, for now. Anyway, let's get into the action. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have Rapid Transit on the menu. And as you can see on the cover there, you've seen before we started tonight, that is this week's cover for Choo Choo Tuesdays. And you see the Rapid Transit just there on that particular cover. So that's where we're heading to right now. 21 timetable. And we're going to take the BR182DB for the roll on a nice beautiful summer day. And here we go now with a 70-minute run. This is the first time we've actually done the 2021 timetable with the whole entire length of the train route, so this is going to be a pretty long one for you guys. So 70 minutes, so it's a big chunk of tonight's live stream. We're going to be on the air for 120 minutes tonight, so it's going to be a big chunk of our live streaming action here tonight on this particular one. Tomorrow night's going to be pretty interesting because, yeah, we have, at the moment, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this right here, we're going to get straight into this now, actually. I'll tell you guys very shortly as I got to get this up and going, because this is going to be straight out full, like, flat chat. So we need to get this on as quick as possible. Local headlights, okay, reading ones, don't need those. Where the thick is? Oh, that's right, Cephas in the bloody other room, isn't it? Where is it? There we go. So fast. Staying on the station like they normally would. Okay. How's everybody's day been? How's everyone going? Hopefully everyone is all dandy. We'll get FXAA on for tonight. TAA is a bit of yeah, dull. Let's get the screen percentage up a little bit more. Let's get it up to about 120. I do play 120 on the... Okay, let's lock those doors. Okay, where are they? Here. There we go to. S2 Leipzig.
SIFA, Zugbeeinflussung.
There we go. Very good. You're on Choo Choo Tuesdays.
SIFA, Beeinflussung. SIFA, Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
Hello to my people that are watching on replay as well. Live chat is up and going. It'll be a nice quiet night, I think, tonight.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Looking like it already. Don't mind the quietness. It doesn't really bother me, but yeah, when you got live chat in the mix, it's a bit, you know, like say hello. You know, just come. Don't be so rude. Just say hello. How you going, Rambo? Godfather. Sorry, my old nickname was Aussie Rambo. It's Godfather, folks. Self-proclaimed Godfather. Marky next. Turn those lights off for people that are complaining about it. Have had a few complaints in the past about the lighting inside the cabs. But, you know, that's what they have in real life. You have lights inside the cab, you know, you're driving the train. So, but, yeah, we'll turn it off for now.
Zugbeeinflussung.
We'll turn it on when we go from the tunnels. So we're on the 2021 timetable, ladies and gentlemen, of the Rapid Transit and in Germany, and we hope you're enjoying our first trip here tonight. It is a 70-minute run. Hopefully get that done a little bit earlier than 70. That is the estimated time. So could be later, could be less. It's going to take a big chunk of our 120 minutes that we're going to be on the air here tonight. And just because we say 2 hours, sometimes it could be a little bit tiny, but a little bit less. Sometimes it could be a little bit more. That is our time frame for our live streaming action for our Train Sim World action. We're very dovetail-like when we do our live streaming. We allocate ourselves for a couple hours to give you guys some fantastic quality entertainment live. We're taking time out of our schedule of uploading videos and doing new gameplay for uploaded videos for premieres on our channel. We've got 4 of them that we've done earlier today. 3 of them I done earlier today, and one that I did last Friday. From Microsoft Flight Simulator that I finally processed, and I actually got all 4 of the premieres that are coming up on our channel overnight, our time here in Australia, processed around 5 minutes before I actually went live. So you know, it was a couple hours processing the 3 videos that, because one of them already got processed before the other 3 I threw up. So 3 of them were getting processed at the same time. So it was taking a bit longer for it to process, because obviously the memory brain of my processing to YouTube is a bit slow, especially when you're only on 50 megahertz internet. It's not that, you know, you Americans are probably, you're like laughing your heads off about it because he's getting over 500. Here in Australia, internet is trash. Trust me. G'day Corey again, hello, welcome back buddy. Yeah, we're on the train game tonight. Tuesdays and Wednesdays we're live streaming on
Zugbeeinflussung.
the Train Sim World. This has always been the tradition. Tuesday, Wednesday live streaming show. Probably a couple times the door charms are the same as Toronto. They're probably not accurate door charms anyway, because Dovetail have a massive oh, you're from Toronto, that's right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I remember you're in Canada.
Sifa. Zugbeeinflussung.
You're probably going to be liking tomorrow night's Train Sim World action, because at the moment the Canadian Oakville subdivision is actually winning the vote for our community midweek World Trains community vote, and it's winning it hands down at the moment. So
Zugbeeinflussung.
not much love for more love for the Clinchford Railroad than what there is for the Peninsula Corridor, and I probably don't blame people, because the Peninsula Corridor is an hour and a half long trip, and it's like, when's it going to end? When you get towards the end of it, it's like, oh, this is not going to stop. This is the same with this particular route. This is very rapid Peninsula Corridor like. It just takes a while to complete it, but we are doing the full length 70-minute one tonight. This is the first time I'm actually tackling the 2021 timetable with rapid transit, with the whole track. So, give you the doorbells a bit closer. We probably, I don't know, we do have doorbells here in Sydney, but some trains they don't work at all. But they make a sound like beep 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 beep, like that sort of sound. I don't like the draw distances like with this. I just don't like this, the way they got it. It's like I'm on FXAA, with it as well. So if I put it on TAA, for instance, just to give an example, still shows up, but then you got the wires that are hanging up, not that good. So the wires are flashing. For myself they are. But yeah, I'm running it at around about 50 frames per second. So it's about 11 to 12 frames less than what it would be with the PlayStation 4 version and the Xbox One versions on the next gen consoles. Because on the next gen consoles, on the current versions of the console versions, the frame rate is 60 frames, 59 to between 59 and 61 frames per second, which is quite good actually. But it is on the lowest graphics. It's on low to medium graphics, and it hasn't got FXAA or TAA involved on console. So when the official next gen versions get released, when Rush Hour gets released in August is still the date that we are expecting. By the way, folks, we are expecting a release for the next American train route, most likely on next Thursday, folks. Okay, what's happened here? Okay, something's happened. Okay, save that.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So I lost the sound there just for a second, folks. And is the sound still there? Is the sound still there, folks? Just let me know if the sound is back, because I know the sound went away there for a second because I clicked on the other screen.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Alright, sweet. Let us know if there's any crackling that comes through, Corey, because I tried to fix that today. I adjusted a few of my settings. I did notice a bit of crackling in last night's live stream with the flight game. Right. So yeah, we have, by the way, you in Toronto, actually, I might actually take a trip out that on Microsoft Flight Simulator in Toronto. I might do a trip from Winnipeg to Toronto or something like that. Might fly over Chris Jericho's hold. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega's house. Old house. Gymnitz on. Next stop.
Zugbeeinflussung. SIFA. Zug beeinflussen.
Crowded train for passengers actually standing up inside the passengers area. So yeah, this is a damn speeding. This is a huge 10:37 in the day. Well, they're going to a conference. or something.
Zugbeeinflussung.
A lot of traffic on here. You can see the AI, the foot traffic already with the PC version compared to the console version is way superior. And we're going to do the comparison when Rush Hour gets released with the brand new AI system with the foot traffic as well, to see what the console version is like and the PC version, see the differences
SIFA.
between foot traffic,
SIFA.
details and all that stuff. One thing about this footbridge just here, folks, with the 2021 timetable, this footbridge used to be green, and they've changed the colour of it now, and it's yeah, it's all been updated.
SIFA. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
By the way, if you get stuck on pressing C for quickly, you can just quickly tap Q on the keyboard. That's also another option for CIFA. It doesn't say the other part, so it just takes away the option of the train having, if you don't hit the CIFA in time, if you've got that safety system on.
SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, sometimes my controller can get a bit sticky. I use a wired PlayStation controller with my PC, and it's a light up one. It's a nice beautiful green light up one. Okay, let's bring that in now. Wolf and Bitterfield's next stop. Very nice station.
SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung.
So yeah, we are expecting some information for Keynes Creek this week, ladies and gentlemen, and the confirmation of the release date for next Thursday. So yeah, we are expecting it to be releasing next Thursday, and don't forget, GF Wise Gaming Australia will be worldwide first launch exclusive. We will be on the air from around 12:20 a.m. Maybe a little bit earlier than that, depending how fast the download is. Sydney, Australia time zone that will be. It'll be around 3:20 p.m. UK and 4:20 p.m. Germany time zone when we do go live for Keynes Creek, and I will give you guys the US when I get better information for the time differences. I think it's 10:20 a.m. I think, if I remember rightly, Boston, New York, USA time zone, and 7:20 a.m. on the West Coast time zone for the launch times we do launches at. But yeah, times always change, so yeah, we'll figure it all out when we get closer. and we actually get that confirmation this week. You're just hearing it first from me, by the way, folks. We are expecting it next week because it is been a few weeks now. Cathcart, and obviously this is Skyhawk Games, third-party company like River Games. It's the Skyhawk Games debut for Train SimWorld. So this is going to be quite interesting. See how they pull it off. Like, obviously Dovetail had some sort of involvement in it, but yeah, Skyhawk Games have a lot involved in it. So yeah, it'll be quite unique. It's another freight route, by the way. If you like Clinchford Railroad, you like Sandpatch Grade, and you guys are going to be enjoying this. Will enjoy this one. It's not as long, as far as I'm aware, but that doesn't mean it will be, quick, because obviously, as Clinchford and Sandpatch Grade tell you, the speed limits are 40 kilometres average per hour. Pretty much 40 kilometres per hour for the whole route. Even though there's a couple little sections there and there, but yeah, it's 40 kilometres. So it'll be interesting to see if it's sort of like that again, but yeah. We'll soon find out. I like it for the fact that it's like in the... I know exactly whereabouts it is at, because obviously American Truck Simulator. So I know the rock faces and that are going to absolutely look spectacular. And the footage I've seen so far with the photos and everything is just absolutely looking like an absolute gem. So yeah, will we get the preview this week? And if we get a preview this week, then that means we probably might not get a release date for next week. But I'm probably still leaning on the start of the month for the release. If we get it, and to be honest, I think that would make sense that it'll be earlier in July, because that would have a hell of a lot of time then for the crew just to focus on getting Rush Hour completed, and that's it. And they can work on that for a decent 6 to 7 weeks before it's released in mid to late August. I wouldn't be expecting an early August release for Rush Hour. I'll be quite surprised if they do. It would be good if it was, but I'd rather them have it done right than half-baked. Yeah, all right. Well, we're talking about Dovetail Games. So probably what I'm saying now is that, yeah, we want it done right, but hello, Dovetail Games. Don't have a very good track record of getting things right. Very good, well job done, in my opinion, for the Cathcart though. It's probably the most perfect route that they've actually created, in my opinion, in the whole entire year that they've had the game released. Not many things you could pick on it. A couple little things here and there, and just a couple little things. For me personally, I would have loved to see more stations used at Glasgow, and I would have liked to have had some other, Scottish train added on. It's just, I don't know. I'm probably picky in a little bit of ways on that, but. There's a couple things there that they could have improved on. I'm hoping we get the fixes for the bloody the trains on for the DBPB ZFA and the other end of the DBPB ZFA for München-Osberg.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Not München-Osberg. Hamburg-Lübeck. in my head just then. It's been a long day.
SIFA, Zugbeeinflussung.
Coming into Bitterfield.
SIFA, SIFA, Zugbeeinflussung.
What's the time there, Cos? It's like, does it go off West Coast time zone? It's like, what did I say, 7:15 a.m. we started in USA, in New York, Boston time zone. So 4:15 a.m. on the West Coast when we started, so it's 4:48 a.m. on the West Coast of US now. What's the time zone there? It's 9:48 p.m. here where we are in Sydney. That's East Coast of Australia time zone. That time. So that stretches down from Queensland all the way down to Tasmania. In summertime it's different. Our summer here in Australia, we're in our winter at the moment, and we're actually getting a pretty cold winter, and it's a bit wet actually. We've got a pretty wet week this week. Mainly on the coast though. Okay, yeah, so it is West Coast time zone. No worries. So same time as Los Angeles. There might be a slight delay in the live streaming hitting the airways as well, folks. Compared to my actual live gameplay, I'm actually now 5.8 kilometers away. Might be a little 20-second gap between the official live stream. Yeah, we've got COVID hitting here in Sydney again. It's breaking out again here in Sydney, and I'm pretty much staying put at the moment. I'm not going anywhere. I had an appointment with my work agency earlier yesterday actually, and I didn't realise, and then seen it today that my payments got put on hold. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? And I said to them, they're like, oh, what's the reason why you didn't come in? And I'm like, excuse me, if you're not aware by now, COVID's back here in Sydney, and I'm not stepping foot in any shopping centre with this outbreak happening again. And, you know, I'm not putting my health at risk, so I'm staying put. Okay, so that's my reason why I didn't come in. Okay, pardon me. You guys have sent me a message today saying that masks are mandatory now at your agencies. So for one, there might be mandatory, but for me, I'm not risking my health going into a shopping centre with a whole bunch of people around, even when I've got a mask on. You know, look, folks, I've been wearing masks anyway, no matter what. Even if there hasn't been an outbreak or anything, I've been one of probably one of the only ones in my whole family that have worn a mask since February last year. And I'm talking early stages of when we were starting to find out, you know. So I been wearing a mask since then. I was wearing my bandana at first, actually, as my mask. You know? And I was going in the banks looking like that. So, you know, like it was... yeah, I've been used to wearing a mask, so it doesn't really bother me. But, yeah, I'm just like... don't want to be risking it because I know that this one's the strain, the Indian strain. So I was like, there's no way I am going to
Zugbeeinflussung.
be going in there to one of Sydney's most popular, one of the biggest shopping centres. So it's located in like an office tower at the actual shopping centre. So I'm like, nope, not going. Give me a phone appointment. I asked them to call me back. They said, yeah, she'll call you back. Did I get a phone call? Nope. So yeah, I got to ring them in the morning. I got to say to them, excuse me, you're supposed to have called me yesterday. You know, you didn't call me back. How am I supposed to have my payments put back on if you don't call me? You know, goes to show how much you really, you know, honor your clients. You know, your people that are, you know. So anyway, I'll go about it nicely anyway, and just, you know, talk to them and sort it all out. I'll say, no, not coming in until this is all done and dusted. As simple as that. So I am trying to make my YouTube ads a full-time job, but I still haven't reached my $100 threshold. After, like, being monetized since, what, February this year? March this year, actually. I think around late March, I think officially I got the final hurdle. I think it was around then I went through the final hurdle. So, yeah, we, Super chats are available, by the way, folks. You can donate on any of our live streaming action. It will be appreciated if you do so, folks. All the money will be going towards us getting the high-end PC that we are targeting now a bit earlier than we were planning to. We were planning around February next year. Originally, we were planning early this year, but it just fell through like hell. And now we are planning to have it around November. Now the Forza Horizon 5's coming. I don't want to be getting an Xbox Series X just for that. So now I'm targeting at getting a high-end PC and getting Forza Horizon 5 for the channel. And obviously I can up my graphics and everything for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to keep the current PC that I got here for my Train Sim World. If it does play up again, I will move it over. And my American truck and all that. So this will be a backup one. I've got a humongous studio anyway, so I could always move it to the other side of the desk or further down, where I use that side of the desk to build my Lego. But still haven't completed my Ninjago Garden City. Actually, I'm on the roof of it. Don't get me wrong. I'm at the top. I'm up to stage 19 still. I haven't done nothing. And I've still got my tree house to do. Still got the new merry-go-round to do.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I'm just cruising anyway. I'm just, you know, I'm not in a rush to. I'm not Brixie and go, hello, my name is Brixie. I'm gonna be the king of Lego in the world.
Zugbeeinflussung.
his name? Jordan. That's it, Jordan. Bouncing around here, Jesus. Well, speaking of bouncing around, folks, you'll see some premieres of American Truck Simulator coming up later on tonight. I've got the brand new International, custom International that's on the mods store. It's on the mods website. Over the last 24 hours, it's just been added, and oh my God, it's an absolute gem. I've got the breast cancer awareness paint job on it. And it's pink, it's beautiful, it's got the ribbon. It's a beautiful, beautiful truck. It's lighting up like Christmas. And yeah, it's beautiful inside of it as well. And yeah, it's got suspension seating in it. So it's really cool. So when I'm going over the big ups and that, you can see it just like bouncing up and down. Like you can see it like it settled down and stuff. It's got the big antennas on it. It's absolute gem of a truck. And yeah, not the fastest truck in the game, but yeah, I really love the sound of it. And yeah, you see free premieres coming up later on tonight. You'll see at first though that I still haven't completed my customization on it, and you'll see in the third video. And if, by the way, folks, if you can't watch our premieres on our channel, you can always watch them at your time and pleasure. Premieres at 1080p at 60 frames per second, and do get as they are fully processed, will be shown. Well, we have upped our game from 1440p now with our American Truck Simulator gameplay, uploaded videos, and same with Microsoft Flight Simulator and Train Sim World 2. We're now 4K.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Second, folks. I'm trying to get some Canadian airlines in there as well when I do that trip in Canada on the Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. I've got to get Scandinavian airlines as well, and Sweden ones as well for when I do the trips over there. $10 p.m. local time, ladies and gentlemen, 8 a.m. on the west coast of the United States, and it is, 8 a.m. Sorry, 8 a.m. on the, 8 a.m. on the east coast of the United States. I do apologize. West coast is 5 a.m. So 7:45, you said. Yeah, sorry, I do apologise. That is the same as Boston and New York time zone, not Los Angeles. I stand corrected. That from that message I said earlier. My geographic knowledge is way off there.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I'm going to start a war between Biggie and Tupac again.
Zugbeeinflussung. Beeinflussung.
Okay.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Played the remastered Alex Kidd earlier today, and yeah, it got launched today before it actually gets launched on disc here in Australia on Friday. So yeah, I played that, and absolute awesome. Just got to remember all the combinations. You can actually play it now with unlimited lives. Yes, for all you old schoolers like myself that have been in video gaming for over 30 plus years, that would know about the original Alex Kidd built into the Sega Master System 2 console. Yes, we have the game now back in its glory, and oh my god, it is beautiful. It is beautiful. I played it, I died. I died in the volcano, of all places. I go further than that, come on. I've conquered the game every time. And oh my god, I was like, ah! I died like just before I got to this is paper rock off too. And I know all the combinations. I'm like, come on, I know all these combinations. I know I haven't played the game for so damn long, but seriously, I was dying more times than anything. And I'm thinking, hang on, I remember certain areas where I could punch the walls itself as well. And the animals would die. And now I've forgotten those as well. But yeah, I've got first gameplay of it, even though I do die in the end. But yeah, we've got gameplay on it, and I've already thrown that onto the PC, so I've got to go into editing and fix all that up later on. So that'll be thrown on there later on as well. That'll be also premiering overnight our time. So that's that'll be later on though. I might actually premiere it through the daytime on our time, but it is on its first. It was done on the launch day, which is the 22nd. So. It was a launch day here in Australia for us, so there you go. I'll say the Australian launch day. We did play it on PS5, so it's good, it's nice, I like it. I love the remastered track though, the remastered track. They've done a really good job to it, really good job to it. That's what I wanted. With when I always wanted the Alex Kidd to get redone. I got my wish with Wonder Boy, and yeah, I always wanted that to be remastered. There's only two that I want remastered or a new version of, and that's Daytona USA and Crazy Taxi. So they're the only other two, but what the hell? Do you see that place? That's taking up the air. So yeah, they're the only other two that I would love to see redone. But virtual tennis as well, by the way, folks. A new virtual tennis game. Now, virtual tennis was the king of, or Top Spin. 2K used to do a game called Top Spin, and they done really good job. Really good job to it. To tennis games, but yeah, 2K hasn't been the same for a long time, so when it comes to certain games. But yeah, Top Spin used to be an awesome game, tennis game for them. So yeah, I'd like to see a new Top Spin or virtual tennis from Sega. And obviously, yeah, Crazy Taxi is an absolute fucking classic. Yeah, you've said that exactly like I would say it. I used to play it in the actual arcade. And the kids these days, they wouldn't understand what video arcades were back in those days. You know, like the video arcades in those days were like not like they are now. Yeah, I used to play it in the video arcade. I know where the lie had like 30, 40 people just gathered around me just playing because I was absolutely a whiz on Crazy Taxi. I knew how to do the 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 turbo boost, NOS boost, whatever you want to call it, in the actual arcade. So yeah, I used to average around about between 2 to 3 hours before it would be game over. So it was I held all records with the game with that game on in the actual arcades. Yeah, the arcade version. It was we had the stand up one where you just stand up. I trust me, after 2.5 hours playing it standing up, oh, my legs. I was seriously, I was doing, I was full, like in a marathon, just putting my feet up and down, like trying to get the circulation going. I was working off, like, one of my feet just crossing over while I was circulating the other one. Like my main foot, which is my right foot, I was like crossing it over. I was like trying to get circulation. It was like really, oh, it was hard. I miss Daytona though. I would love. I've always wanted a Daytona machine in my house. But yeah, Crazy Taxi 3 was a good Crazy Taxi as well. That was the one with Las Vegas. But that was Xbox exclusive. And
FIFA.
it was obviously on
FIFA
PC as well, but
Beeinflussung.
obviously I didn't have PC back those days. Oh yeah, hard. Yeah. Like I'm 38 now, so you know exactly when the game got released. So you work out like
FIFA. FIFA.
I was still like a teen
Zugbeeinflussung.
playing the game. So yeah, those days playing that particular game. Because the Harley Davidson one got released before that, but the Harley Davidson one we had here was the actual bike, and you could sit on the bike. And the Harley Davidson one was good as well, but I never used to last long on that particular one. And yeah, that was one game I wanted the Sega Dreamcast to have, and it didn't get released. So yeah. Anyway, I will be back in a second, folks. I have got to go and use the restroom. So I'll be with you guys very shortly. I am sounding like a Harley Davidson out of my ass at the moment, so I really need to go. I'll be back in a second. Okay, I am back. Ah. Whew. It's what happens when you have a healthy meal for your dinner and you're trying to lose weight. I've actually done really well, actually. I was up as high as 94 kilos, and I'm now down to 88 kilos. So, doing pretty good. And that's in the space within like 3 weeks, so it's not too bad. About 3-4 weeks. I started hitting the protein shakes, and then I've laid off those now, and now I'm just been...
Zugbeeinflussung.
We are a couple stations away to the tunnel.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, we'll get in there. I think 4.99. We'll get moving now. Don't forget, folks, you can still vote on tomorrow night's Train Sim World 2 Midweek World of Trains episode 36. I do believe it's 36 tomorrow night. With our Midweek World of Trains community vote this week being North American Summer as the theme. And we have the choices between the Clinchford Railroad, the Peninsula Corridor, and the Canadian Oakville Subdivision as the free choices, and all you have to do is go to the poll vote a little bit down the page now on the community area on our YouTube channel. Just click on community and go down the page a little bit, and you'll see the Midweek World Trains community vote theme being North American Summer for episode 36, which is tomorrow night, the 23rd of June 2021. And you have until a couple of hours before tomorrow night's live stream, which is going to be on the normal time now. I did say to you guys last week that the State of Origin, Rugby League State of Origin, would be this Wednesday. I did actually thought it was this Wednesday, but it's actually next Wednesday. So because the State of Origin will be on, the Rugby League State of Origin will be on next Wednesday, and I'll be watching that. We will be on the air at the special time of 10:20 p.m. Sydney, Australia time zone. For episode 37 of Midweek World Trains, 10:20 p.m. Sydney, Australia time zone. So an hour and 5 minutes later than the normal time we would be on the air. Yeah, well, hopefully it will be there. Still the number one vote. If it's not, then it will be either the Clinchford or the Peninsula Corridor, because their voting is still running for it.
Beeinflussung.
But yeah, I'll probably safe to say that it won't change because yeah, we've had the voting system now for a fair bit, and usually the day before the votes don't usually change too much to the results, so it's pretty much a dead gone conclusion now that it will be the Canadian Vapeville tomorrow.
Zugbeeinflussung.
So yeah, voting will close tomorrow a few hours before the live stream starts. So around about the live stream will be on at 9:15 p.m. But we'll be closing the poll vote in the afternoon sometime, our time. So as soon as you see the on our Twitter channel the cover and everything, and the on our community area, the cover and everything, and the times we'll be on the air and all that like we normally do, then you'll know who the winner of the vote is, and obviously we will be putting our comment underneath the poll vote as we normally do, saying the voting has closed, and announce the winner. And on our Twitter channel, we always throw on there the percentage of the vote on there as well. So it is advisable to follow our YouTube channel at Twitter. And we're also on Facebook, but our Facebook page, is here and there. It's not like our Twitter channel. Our Twitter channel is more of an information gateway to our channel being successful. Over the time since we actually started doing Twitter, we boosted big time. Like, we weren't going anywhere really until we actually threw our social media our channel onto Twitter, and yeah, Twitter's been a massive outlet for us.
Zugbeeinflussung.
About to hit the tunnel now, so we're going to turn those lights on.
SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung.
Yeah, I just want to see a passenger service one actually added for Canada as well. That's what I would like
SIFA.
to see as well.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Leipzig HBF.
SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung.
Got a fair bit of foot traffic here coming onto the train. very rush hour already. We have got a little bit of a wait here, so it's not too bad. You see the train is the full traffic is standing up as well, so it's a little bit of traffic already. Okay, let's shut those doors. Yeah, you wouldn't see them do that unless it would be River Games would do something like that, because River Games take on the little routes, but they would definitely do more than 10 miles.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zugbeeinflussung.
For some reason I can't change the camera angle. I don't know what is going on there. Anyway, we'll wait here at the platform for a little bit. Okay, so we will be on the air tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, for our 36th episode of Midweek World of Trains, and is it 36 or 37? Let me just now I've got time to actually do that. Let me just give me a second. Just get double check and see if it is actually our 36th episode. Yep, 36. Alright, so we are on the air for our 36th episode of Midweek World of Trains tomorrow night, and we'll be on the air from 9:15 p.m. because Big Brother is on here in Australia still, and it goes till a little bit after 9 o'clock. That's why we've been on the air 15 minutes later than what we normally would be at our time zone. So we will be going back to our normal regular schedule very soon, folks, from 9 p.m. Sydney, Australia. So 15 minutes earlier than what we are doing at the moment when we do go live. We do probably get on the air sometimes a little bit earlier than that because we have a standby. So we'll be on the air, ladies and gentlemen, from 9:15 p.m. Queensland, New South Wales, ECT, Victoria and Tasmania tomorrow night. And we will be on the air 8:45 p.m. Northern Territory, South Australia time zone, 7:15 p.m. in Western Australia time zone. UK time zone 12:15 p.m, 1:15 p.m. Germany, and 7:15 a.m. New York, USA time zone, and 4:15 a.m. on the west coast of the United States time zone for our 36th episode of Midweek World of Trains, Train Sim World 2 on the air, and we are playing the game again tomorrow night on PC, just like we're doing here tonight.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I can't wait. I can't wait till they announce Train Sim World 3, and they better bring it to the point where we're going to see really, really long train tracks, or for the instances of East Coast Way and Brighton to be linked up to one. They're the type of things I want to see. Ray tracing and all that, I want to see all that. Yeah, they all got their unique design. The tunnel ones. So Dovetail Games have said that the London Underground is the first underground train route in Train Sim World history, where a lot of people would say that, but the hardcores of the game would say, nah, sorry, Rapid Transit was the first to have the above ground underground. And this one starts off, this is the whole stretch that we are doing, and it doesn't matter what end you started it from, it starts off above ground, then goes underground, then goes above ground. So this is the only one that in the whole game that actually does do the above ground, underground, and then above ground again. And as you can see there at the top there, you can see it goes back up to the above ground. So this is the final station underground. And they've just recently added the departure boards at the stations. They've just, they didn't have those originally. Both Rapid Transit and Long Island Railroad had a massive overhaul update in mid-May. And there was a few complaints with the Long Island Railroad run. So there was another little tiny update in late May. Apparently, I'm not sure. They added a couple of little things again for here, but I don't know what there was to complain about the Rapid Transit one. It was just the Long Island Railroad departure boards weren't to everybody's liking, and to be honest, yeah, I didn't like them as well because they were the same as the Southeastern High Speed. I thought, no, you seriously can't have anything that looks British on an American train route. That's a bit racist. Like, come on. The history between America and Britain, Britain wanting to take over US and all this shit. Like, I think I'm fine.
Zugbeeinflussung.
How's the summer been over there, Corey? It's just started, hasn't it? Look at that passenger over there. It's just like stuck in between the back and them. So look at that. That's the type of stuff I don't want to see if they're going to upgrade the AI system. They have talked about upgrading the AI system for the original collection now as well, so not too humid yet. Yeah. Try coming to Australia in summer. It's not good. The humidity's through the roof. We get bad thunderstorms. We get bad thunderstorms. We get 35 plus degrees days. There wasn't too many 40 degrees days in the last summer though. I can tell you the last summer that we had wasn't as bad as the couple we had before that. Not this last summer that we had. Like our summer is December, January, February, and it starts from the first day of the month and ends at the last day of the month in February. And the very first day of summer, get this, alright? The very first day of summer, on December 1, we had a very big thunderstorm. We had a lightning bolt that was about 400 meters from my house. Okay. And then we had a thunderstorm on the very first day of the new year, on January 1. True story. And yeah, we had a lightning bolt that was 700 meters from my house. And then that was a bad storm as well. And then we had a bad thunderstorm. I think it was on the second day of February. So it was like, what the hell?
Zugbeeinflussung.
It's like every start of the month, non-stop, and I'm thinking, oh, this is just absolute joke. This is a bad summer. But yeah, the summer before this last one, when we had the really bad bushfires before we all knew in the world about the COVID. We had really bad bushfires here in Sydney, and we were choking like hell. And I tell you right now, it was bedlam. I never had experienced anything in my life here. I've lived in Sydney all my life, even though I am a Queenslander and was born in Brisbane. I lived in Sydney all my life, and I've never experienced anything like it before. The whole summer was choked up in smoke, and the hottest day that we actually had that year was the hottest day we've ever had here in Sydney, and no word of a lie, it was 49 Celsius. And actually, if I remember rightly, just up not far from where I lived, they actually cracked 50 degrees, 50 Celsius. That's like, I like hot weather, but when it's 40 plus, no. I don't mind low 30s, late 20s. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. All right, there we go with that trip. So it was a little bit less than, actually it was a little bit more than the 70, it was 74 minutes in total. Plus the for wanting to go to the toilet. That's what happens when you're on an XPT. Want to go to the toilet. Right. XPT is the old long train here in Australia, and yeah, our trains take forever to get to to locations. We haven't got like high speed trains here in Australia. Right. All right, rapid transit. So we're on an outbreak at the moment here in Australia. Here in Sydney, we've got a little bit of an outbreak going on in the eastern suburbs here in Sydney. I'm lucky enough. I live in the western suburbs. I live not far from a place called Parramatta, and I do not follow Parramatta as a football team. I am a fan of a team called St George Illawarra Dragons. I am part of the the main fan base. I yell my lungs out at the sports events. But I can tell you guys, I haven't been to a sport event since mid 2019. So that's how long it's been since I've actually been to watch any sport because of COVID. But I actually booked a ticket here a few weeks ago to go and watch them play against one of my mate's favourite team. His team's the Brisbane Broncos, where I was born. I was born in Brisbane. I'm an ex-Brisbane Broncos supporter. But I've been following St George Illawarra now for... I started following in 2008. So here we are, 2021. So yeah, it's been a while. So I started following them in 2008 because the coach from the from Brisbane Broncos went to the St George Illawarra, so I followed the coach because I loved the coach. The coach is really good, so I followed the coach because I liked the coach, and the coach is very successful. So I followed the coach and I went to St George Illawarra and I fell in love, and I met a lot of great fans there, and I just fell in love with the people. So I wanted to stay. And a couple of years later, we won the premiership, so we won the title. So it was good. Anyway, and won a title since. 2010 was the last time they won a title. But yeah, it was good. They beat a team that I hate, the Roosters. Right. Do the TikTok dance. Let's get back into the gameplay, shall we? Cathcart Circle Line's where we're going now, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to head on with the 314. And a nice summer cloudy day. How about that? Summer cloudy day. Okay, here we go. 15 hours 20. It's 3:20 p.m. Oh, one of my pet rats has popped up. Just made him jump. There is no legalization of that here in Australia. It is it's against the law to do that here in Australia. You will get in trouble big time. Yeah, well, I'm happy enough to say that I 3.5 years, almost 4 years clean from smoking weed. So yeah, I'm an ex-smoker. I started when I was 21 years old, actually. So a little bit less than 20, probably about 20 years old I started. So I was a late bloomer, and I used to smoke the bong, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Because I smoked it, and I don't mind. You know, people have a choice to smoke. If they want to smoke, they smoke. You know, I'm not against it. So, but I've had so many close calls in my life. I actually had cops walk right past me when I had a whole ounce on me. So it's like, it's and that's on a train. So yeah, I've been pulled up on trains by sniffing and that, by sniffer dogs and everything, and it's like, no, I've already smoked it. So it's all good. But they were the days. But I yeah, I quit. Wink, wink. But no, I'm joking. I fully quit. I had no choice. 3.5 years ago, I actually quit on New Year's Eve. That was the last time I smoked it. And my great late brother-in-law used to smoke it, and he left a massive bag of it behind before he passed away, and he actually died at trying to roll a joint. He was dying from liver cancer because he was like alcoholic, and he smoked as well. But yeah, he was trying to roll a J, and he died outside the hospital. So yeah. So yeah, it was sad, but yeah, he left a bit of a bag behind. So yeah, we smoked it on that New Year's Eve, me and my sister at my sister's place. We were on Sydney Harbour watching the New Year's Eve fireworks, and on a rooftop on Sydney Harbour watching the New Year's Eve fireworks, by the way. It was a VIP party, and yeah, that was the night that I quit smoking the weed. But that particular summer leading into Christmas and that, I was severely sick for around about 10 weeks. It started late October, and I didn't recover until just before Christmas, a couple of days before Christmas. And yeah, I was really, really sick. And I had all these tests done and everything, and the doctor actually actually found something in me, and they thought it could be cancer. So that really shook me to the core. So I said to myself there and then, and I know for a fact I was really heavily, like, I smoked a shitload that particular year, and I mean a shitload. Like I was smoking way more than I was normally, and I pretty much, you know, damaged myself. So yeah, I just said to myself, nah, as soon as they said cancer, that shook me to the core. And I thought, nah, there's no way I'm smoking again. So I quit smoking, I quit the weed, and I actually, the last time I had a smoke was a joint, and it was New Year's Eve, and it was with my brother-in-law stuff. So yeah, it was a good way to go out. It was to go out with a bang. And yeah, here I am 3.5 years quit from weed. I actually started smoking cigarettes again though. I started smoking cigarettes earlier this year. So I do smoke cigarettes, but yeah, I don't smoke that stuff, and I don't attempt to. So yeah, I been there, done that. The funny thing was, I quit the bong 10 years before I actually quit altogether. Because yeah, when I was smoking the bong, I was getting sick like every couple months, and when I stopped smoking the bong, I was getting sick like only twice a year. But now I'm at a point now where I haven't been sick since November last year, I think it was. So yeah, it's been a while. But yeah, I've been getting hardly sick since I quit. So I've been good. And yeah, I'm one of the ones that are against getting the needle for the COVID. I'm totally against getting it. I do not want to get it. I don't care if they cut my dole payments. I do not give a shit. They're not giving me that crap. I don't believe in it. I still haven't got the collectibles on here, by the way. They're on my console version. but I just couldn't be stuffed getting them on here at the moment. Yeah, well, it's better doing that than drinking. I can tell you that much. Like, I've been to some really mad places smoking it here in Australia, and I could probably tell you the best place I ever smoked it was on a place called Angus Waters 1770. It's called so it's Angus Waters, but there's a part of it of the town called 1770, and no bull crap. The town is called 1770. It's in Queensland. It's at the start of North Queensland in the and the start of the Great Barrier Reef, and you go through like a kilometre of jungle to get to this beautiful white, pure white sand beach, pine trees looking like Hawaii, and a volcano looking volcano in the middle of the water of the ocean that with shaped rocks, and I'm sitting on the top of these rocks while I'm watching my cousin surf that lives up in Queensland. I was watching my cousin surf while I was on the top of the rock in the middle of the water smoking a bong. How good's that? And that was back in 2004 that I did that. That was absolutely the best places I ever smoked it. But the stuff I was smoking up there was coming from Weed Central, we call it here in Australia, Nimbin, a place called Nimbin. So yeah, all the stuff was coming out of there. He was getting it from there. So it was very, very good shit. Put it that way. We were talking Purple Head, so it was beautiful. It was really good stuff. Yeah. The worst stuff I'll probably say that probably it was not bad stuff as well was the black one, the dark what we call it, the Darth Vader. Darth Vader. It's just like really like fuck. Anyway, it's good to be away from it now, and I don't judge people for doing it still. I have friends that still do it, and it's their business. So yeah, it doesn't really bother me. It's freedom of choice. But yeah, it's not. There's no. It's not allowed here in Australia. It's not like allowed in any states or anything like that. Like for medical reasons and that, yes, it's understandable. By the way, folks, it's one of my good mates' brother's birthdays today. He's turned 21 today, folks, and we're having a big party this weekend for him. It's gonna be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be getting tanked. I'm tossing up between Jaeger bombs, Red Bull at the moment, and or Hennessy and some Booker, something like that. I don't know. I want to have something really good for him. Yeah, penalties are pretty harsh. Yes, they are. Yeah, they're pretty harsh. Yeah, jail time. Fines and stuff like that, so yeah. I've been lucky enough I haven't had any of that, so it's been good. I've been overnight and stuff like that before, but nothing major. Hello, official New York. G'day. Hello to you. Let's get off that subject now, folks. Yeah, that's my story and why I actually quit smoking and quit marijuana, and I haven't done anything higher than marijuana and drugs before in the past. So yeah, it's definitely I've been there, done that. I'm 38 now. I've got kids, and you know, we all young once and we all have fun and, you know, we just get on with life and move on. And I still know people that do it and they're old and, you know, like, it's their choice. Thank you very much for that. I most appreciate that. Yeah, his name's AJ Ladd. If he comes on the live stream, you'll see AJ Ladd. It's his birthday, folks. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, AJ Ladd is on last night. His real name's Anthony, folks. That's his name on the thing, AJ Ladd. It was his Anthony Joel. Anthony Joel. Massive Brisbane Broncos fan, folks. Rugby league, Brisbane Broncos. Me, I'm over the footy. I just like the sport is just absolutely fucked. They just continue to change the rules and destroy the game, and it's just like, for fuck's sake, just shut the fuck up and leave it alone. Let's just fucking play the game. Just leave it alone. Dude, stop changing the rules. That's it. Mount Florida, a bit of USA here in Scotland. Here we go.
Feel free to contact a member of station staff or use a help point.
Help! Help! Somebody's killing me. Is that train moving? I think it was. Alright. Let's get back down into serious business, folks. We are now almost into our final part of our live streaming here tonight. Rapid Transit did take a big chunk of our live streaming here tonight up. We're now on the CAF card. So yeah, we are expecting Cairns Creek release next Thursday. We will be the first YouTube channel in the world to do it because we are based in Sydney, Australia. We were the first to do Cathcart. We were the first to do Clinchford. We were the first to do Southeastern, Rosaline, Hemstrucker, Hamburg, Lübeck. You name it, we are the first. So yeah, we will be the first again to do the release of Cairns Creek, and we will be on the air on the launch day at 12:20 a.m. Sydney, Australia time zone. It will be on the Thursday morning our time. It will be the Wednesday for you guys in Germany, USA, Canada, UK, Glasgow, wherever you are around the world, France, Portugal, Sweden. So that'll be 10:20 a.m. on the east coast of the United States. On the Wednesday, we'll be on the air. I do believe... Oh, no, sorry. No, it'll be later than that. I do apologise. We'll be later than that. Well, actually, is it? I'll have to work it out. The time difference between 12:20 a.m. Sydney, Australia time zone on the Thursday, early hours Thursday morning to you guys over there, it'll be on the Wednesday still, so... It is advisable to subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and then you will be notified. And you can follow us at Twitter. You'll be notified on Twitter as well. And you'll be also notified via our community area on our YouTube channel as well. So if you go to the community area, you'll always see information there regarding on our live streaming action and all our launches and stuff like that. And obviously we're going to be doing an information update as soon as we get the confirmation for the release of the Cairns Creek. Well, we are expecting, or well, I am expecting, and all the boys here at GF West Gaming Australia, we are expecting the release for next Thursday, which will be the first couple of days into the new month. Because yeah, I'm expecting it early next month because obviously they want their focus to be on the release for Rush Hour, and the more time they just focus on that instead of the releases of stuff. Even though Skyhook Games are doing the game, Dovetail have had involvement in this particular release as well. Obviously, because it is a Dovetail game, even though third parties do stuff. Dovetail's had final says and all that stuff. So, yeah, their focus will be on Rush Hour. Even it has been, but it's not fully. So, yeah, I am expecting something very soon with an announcement for an official date. And obviously... close your ears, console gamers. There'll probably be a 10% discount for the Steam PC owners and a pre-order. PlayStation Plus actually had a... PlayStation Plus members had a discount at launch of Cathcart. So there might be something like that again at launch. for PlayStation Plus members. We will be doing the launch on the PlayStation 5, on the PS4 version on the PS5. It will be our final PlayStation 4 version via the PS5 launch, by the way, as well, because when Rush Hour launches, we'll be the first YouTube channel in the world to do the next-gen version. Yeah, well, yeah, like Matt said recently, like it's like following the sun. The sun starts in Australia and then it makes its way around. Even though he was wrong, because when it releases here, the moon's up. So he was wrong. It actually starts in New Zealand. New Zealand they get it before us, but there's no New Zealand YouTuber that does Train Sim World 2 live streaming launches. So I've always averaged over 1K with the view base within the first 24 to 48 hours. I'll probably be safe to say that the first 48 hours over 1K base, like views for launches as recent. That was after Southeastern. I wasn't probably... Southeastern was sort of when we were starting to get recognised more as the YouTube channel first in the world to do it for DLC releases, and yeah, we had a huge response for the DBBR 101 release. We had over 2.5k views in the first 48 hours, and that is still today our biggest ever release launch for Train Sim World for the viewing base. Cavcart's coming third, actually. The Hamstrucker Hamburg Lubeck got a 1.5 in the first 48 hours, where we only had 1.2 for this Cavcart. Both train routes are really nice, but I'll probably be brutally honest with you guys. The Cavcart has probably been the best release in the first year of Train Sim World 2. Best third-party release for the year would have to go hands down to the Rosaline. If I had to put the top 3 best train routes for the year in for the first year of Train Sim World 2, definitely be Cathcart 1, Southeastern High Speed 2, and third would go to the Hamstrucker Hamburg Lubeck. We don't advertise, Corey. That's why we don't, I don't pay to advertise. So yeah, we get dominated as well by other Train Sim World people as well. Mega Sim is one, UK Sim is another. I'm way superior than the what's his bloody name, that stupid pommy prick, that British Ace. He's a little fairy, that fucker, I'll tell you right now. His voice, he's like,
Well, here's a gun. Hey, we're gonna have a cup of tea and a scone now.
Fucking, I hate the prick. I've had a few run-ins with that guy, and this, yeah, I just don't recommend him. But yeah, no, I don't know. It's just like we don't advertise. We don't pay to advertise. We've relied on our Twitter base viewers and linked our videos and all that stuff, and just word of mouth and spreading and everything. So. We're very regular with the game. Like I'm a veteran. I'm an OG of the game, so it was. I originally started playing Train Sim World 1 on the Xbox when it first got released on Xbox, and this is many moons ago now. And then wasn't doing gameplay or anything. I didn't have a YouTube channel or anything at the time. Now we bought the game on when it got released first on PlayStation, and there wasn't many train routes or anything at the time for the PlayStation version, and I got bored with it really easily, so I got rid of the PlayStation version. I actually had it on disc, and then repurchased it when it got on sale again in 2019. In December, late December, I think it was, or early 2020. I think it was early 2020. I got really right into it again, and then I started doing regular gameplay since. And then they had the announcement for Train Sim World 2, and I actually found out about the official announcement. It didn't leak a few days early like it did with Rush Hour. It got announced about 5-10 minutes before its official announcement. That I seen. So I probably wasn't more into the information side of the game back those days though. I have been into the information side of it and trying to get the ins and outs of everything since the announcement of Train Sim World 2 and into launch and beyond, and I try to get as much information as I possibly can now, and I look at the forums regularly and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm more in depth with the game now than what I used to be, and I found the ins and outs of how to correct things now and get the game working more smoothly and stuff like that. And I go through the same course as I do with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I go into Task Manager and I set things to high priority, and I put application as the I put the power into the application, not Microsoft itself, and all this stuff, and
Security
up my
personnel
memory
to
base
the
here. We got some
station
aliens in the
24
sky
hours a
here
day.
today, ladies and gentlemen, and people would just want to walk on the sky itself. So yeah, it has been a very, very slow process, but yeah, we reached the 1K subscriber mark in February, and yeah, we were slowly growing every year. We had our most views last year, over 143,000 views in total last year. And what do I think of the old Train Sim? Well, it was really good. East Coast Way, hands down, is the best train route from the preserved collection from the original Train Sim World. Best diesel locomotive would have been the final release before the release of Train Sim World 2, which was the Chopper, which is the Class 20 from the Tees Valley line. Originally was for the Tees Valley line. Now can be used on other routes, including this one. And yeah, the old Train Sim World was pretty good. I'll be probably brutally honest. I had way less problems with playing it on PC than what I have with this version, this Train Sim World 2. Lighting's always been a problem with Train Sim World. Doesn't matter what one of it's been, 1 or 2. It's always had an issue with lighting. It's always had an AI foot traffic issue. There's always been issues with braking, and there's always been issues with the frame rate and stuff like that. So yeah, there's always been those particular issues with the game. But yeah, I've finally got the game to the point now where I've worked out I finally worked out in my head like everything to trying to get the game running smoothly, and I've got it at a point now where I know how to pinpoint every single issue and work it out in my head to get it running on a old 6-year-old graphics card of a 1060 GTX GeForce 1060 6GB piece of crap that I wish I had a 1200 watt power source with a i9 and a top of the range GeForce 3090 going on my PC with the highest with a 32 gigabyte RAM with up to 5 gigahertz PC. You know, that's the ultimate I want. So that's what I'm sort of aiming for the end of the year. So hopefully we'll get there. I want to get a car before that though, so fingers crossed. So all the money I do make from our live chat, folks, won't be going towards my car. It'll be going towards the PC. So I might as well get a car from. Don't get it from doing this. This is all proceed money, all my Google money. Now, as soon as I do reach the $100 threshold, I'll be able to, yeah, start putting it away towards the PC. Okay, so there we go with our run, the 2P14 Glasgow Central, pardon me, I do apologise, I'm burping like crazy. Glasgow Central to Newton via Polishers East. Very nice. All right. Right. Watch the new Too Fast, Too Furious. I watched the new Fast and the Furious this last Saturday night, folks, and it's bloody good. It's not bad, but yeah, it's pretty. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. It's good. It's, yeah. Not like the old Fast and the Furious, where there was more racing and all that. You know what it's like now, but it was good. It was a good movie, and yeah, more of the story told, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. The guy Zekio from Minds MC is Dom's dad. Can you believe that? So yeah, yeah, he played a role in it. Right, let's get into our final run. We have time for one more. Hemstrucker Mutznosberg. We're going to do a little short run on here. And let's take the... where is it? Oh man, I've got a sting in my eyes. Must be the cream that I put on my face, damn it. Nice sunny day, spring day, why not? Depot move. Lol. As far as nope, we'll do this one. Here we go. 1226. I'll be dreaming if I got one of my many bloody photos up on there. You can see our covers, by the way, folks. They're the photos that I do take throughout our journeys. I always take a photo when I'm doing my uploaded videos, though, so you always see those in our uploaded videos. Me clicking the photo. So yeah, I take photos from time to time throughout our our trips. Right, here we go. 12:26, our final trip on the Hemstrucker Hamburg-Lübeck. We all know that the frame rate is a little bit of a dog ball on here, so do expect that if you see anything, folks. Marker lights on. S for Egabo. It is Ube. 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 Make sure I put those passengers lights on and shut those blinds. See there, it freezes up a little bit. It has always done this in the urban area on this route. This is the most lines on any train route on the game. So much detail on this particular one. Definitely tell that we are on the PC version because yeah, there is a great train. They are not on the console. Might actually take a trip on Microsoft Flight Simulator Canada straight after our live stream here tonight, folks. So go and have a quick smoke and then I might go and do that. I've got to go and actually edit the Alex Kidd though, so throw that into editing and get that ready for process for YouTube. So yeah, we've got a few things we're going to do, so I'll be up for a few hours more and then I'll try to get that in. So I always like to do it on the live time and weather system with the date and all that. So the Microsoft Flight Simulator premiere you'll see later on, folks, will be the one that we did last Friday. The trip from Arizona International Airport to LAX in Los Angeles. The American Airlines A320neo. I always use the Thrustmaster Airbus joystick when I'm doing the flight game. It's really cool. Don't a bird a brekkie. Ah, yeah. This is the longest naming station in Train Sim World history and still is to this day. Bracki, next stop, and we're here in Munich in Germany. Frame rate's always really bad around the bridge here. Doesn't matter if it's on console or whatever, it's always been a dog ball, this track. So much detail, like it's just way loaded in detail. Interesting to see what it'll be like with the new engine. Right.
Bitte achten Sie auf den Abstand zwischen Zug und Bahnsteigkante.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the S4 Uberberg and Uberbay there on the Hemstrecker Muchenolsberg. That's our live stream done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Choo Choo Tuesdays has come to an end, I sadly to say. Thank you very much to everybody that has watched our live stream tonight, and to you replayers that have watched the full replay. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn that notification bell on. Like us at Facebook. Follow us at Twitter. We thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night for our episode 36 of Midweek World of Trains on the air from 9:15 p.m. Sydney, Canberra, Melbourne, Hobart and Brisbane time zone. 12:15 p.m. UK and Glasgow time zone. 1:15 p.m. Germany time zone. And 7:15 a.m. New York and Boston, USA time zone. And 4:15 a.m. on the West Coast and Los Angeles in the United States of America. We thank you very much for watching episode 33 of Choo Choo Tuesdays. We'll be back next Tuesday night live. Don't forget uploaded videos coming up throughout the week, and we'll give you a latest information update, and hopefully the information I've been giving you tonight is fingers crossed that it is going to come true, that we are going to get the announcement for the launch for next week for the brand new American train route of Cairns Creek. My name is the Godfather of the Rails. You've been watching Choo Choo Tuesdays. Until next time, we bid you a good day.